Each episode of the Lion Goat podcast is completely improvised. Expect comedy. Do not expect consistency or sense to be made. This is random nonsense for your amusement. I am Podbot. Our latest episode promises an unforgettable journey through a realm of enchantment, featuring compelling characters, vivid language, and twists that will leave you breathless. Today, a spirited young woman from the San Fernando Valley, exuding confidence and a hint of rebellion, crosses paths with a nerdy, agoraphobic saxophonist in his 40s. As they engage, a unique bond forms between them, unraveling unexpected secrets and passions with an unforeseen twist. This episode promises to keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. Warning: the following podcast contains explicit material intended for adults. Trigger warnings for this episode include discussion about adult themes, profanity, sexually explicit behavior, political incorrectness, animal, emotional, mental, and substance abuse. If you want to experience this podcast as intended, listen while wearing stereo headphones.
Welcome to your next experience of the great beyond. We're here today on the Lion Goat Podcast to discuss all things lion and all things goat.
Yep. Well, hello and welcome to the Ben and Jenny Show. This is Ben, your host, your co-host, Jenny. Jenny, how are you doing today?
Why'd I even bother?
That's a good question.
What are we even doing here? What's this show about? You said you had a podcast or something? I don't think... What is a podcast? What do you even do with a podcast? It does sound like it's very cool.
This is the coolest podcast, Jenny, because we're on it.
Well, I guess it could be cool because I'm on it.
Well, that depends on if you're cool or not, Jenny. I don't understand. What, are you cool, Jenny? How cool are you?
The fact that you have to ask that is just, it's kind of putting me off. I mean, I thought you said there was gonna be something cool to talk about here.
Toasters?
Well, I suppose if we talked about toaster strudel, it could be cool.
No, I don't think this is going to work.
What can you tell me about toaster strudel?
Pastries? Usually filled with fruit. A little icing on top. Cooked in a toaster. Usually made by Pillsbury.
Are you sure you have flushed out this idea before you invited me to come over and maybe put on these stupid headphones and everything? I mean, it just seems like you don't have much to say.
No, I didn't really flesh this out. Look, this is what this whole meeting is about. We're not doing the show now. We're conceptualizing. I am, of course, the host, Ben. You are the co-host, Jenny. Ben and Jen show, just a play on names. Funny, it's good stuff. People will like that, I think.
I'm not so sure I want to be a co-host. I mean, if this is going to be lame, I don't think anybody's going to listen. I mean, how are we going to find somebody to listen to the show?
I mean, Instagram. You have one of those, right?
I do have some followers on Instagram.
What?
I do have followers on Instagram.
How many?
I don't know, 15,000 or so.
Well, that's plenty. One of them will listen, right? If you just put a little blurb on it, like, hey, come check out my podcast, yeah, my annoying host, Ben, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I want to put this on my Instagram if it's not cool.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what do you want the show to be about, Jenny?
I'm not even sure I want there to be a show. What do you mean what I want it to be about? I mean, I suppose we could talk about, like, lipstick and makeup and... I don't know.
I don't really wear a lot of lipstick or makeup.
Are you saying I don't wear a lot? I mean, no, thank you. I try to make it look minimal.
No, I'm saying I don't wear any at all. I mean, I guess you do. Do you? What kind of makeup you got? What kind of mascara you rocking there, girly girl? Is it, maybe it's Maybelline?
I mean, that seems like a personal question.
What?
I said that seems like a personal question. I mean, but if you have to know, I like Too Faced.
Too Faced?
The Better Than Sex mascara. Haven't you ever tried that one?
No.
Well, I suppose you haven't, have you, Ben? You're not really that into makeup, are you?
No, apparently not. I mean, I wore makeup once in a play. But it was just,
What play were you in?
What?
What play were you in?
Shit, what was the name of that play? Arsenic and Old Lace, that's what it was.
Arsenic and Old Lace.
That's right.
Was that about, like, poisoning at a brothel or something? What was that about?
Well, it's kind of like these two old ladies live together and they go on a murder spree.
They go on a murder spree?
Bury people in the basement with their crazy nephew.
I think I was in that play and I don't even remember it.
Well, I don't know if you were in that play or not.
Do you know who wrote it?
No. Some dead guy.
Wasn't Cary Grant in that?
Yeah, probably in the film version.
Yeah, that was like an old movie. Before they really knew how to make movies.
Before they knew how to make plays or movies. I think they've known how to make movies for quite some time.
I mean, I don't know much about plays, but I like to see them. I like it when boys wear makeup.
Really, why is that?
I just think it's sexy.
So you like gay boys?
Sure. I like all kinds of boys. I'm into it. You know, whatever. Do you like gay boys? I think if it's gonna be a podcast, you're actually gonna have to say stuff. I don't think you can shake your head like that. I mean, I can see the camera. But if it's an audio medium, I mean, aren't people gonna have to listen to it?
I don't really feel like this is gonna work. Get off me.
Get off you.
I'm talking to you.
Oh. Okay. Who are you talking to? Is there a girl over there?
No.
Is that a boy that's on you? You are into it. That's great.
It's this thing. It's a doggy.
Oh, little cutie. He's a little cutie. He could fit in your purse.
He could fit in my purse. He doesn't wear makeup either. He does wear a vest sometimes and a bow tie.
You put a vest and a bow tie on your dog?
Yeah, 'cause he's cute.
Isn't that considered child abuse or something?
I don't think dogs are children.
Well, he's like your little baby, though.
Well, no, I didn't give birth to him or anything like that, so, I mean, he's a pet.
That would be cool. That would be interesting. We could do a podcast about that.
Well, giving birth to animals?
Giving birth to puppies.
As a human being giving birth to puppies?
Yeah, I mean, what could be more interesting?
Like, humanoid body with a puppy head?
It's cute when he licks your face like that.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Does that turn you on?
No, not into animals.
I would be.
You're weird. You're sick, Jenny.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to be flamboyant for the podcast.
You're trying to be flamboyant on the podcast?
Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be interesting to our listeners. Isn't this how you do your Instagrams?
I don't really do Instagrams. I can't get my Instagrams to work. For some reason, they won't let me access it. I've created 2 or 3 of them, or attempted to, and they don't work properly.
Are you trying to say
I
that?
have a problem setting up social media for some reason. They never work.
Are you just saying, like, you forget your password? Is that the problem?
No, that's not even the problem. Like, I'll put in my stuff, like, hey, here's my email, here's my name, and it'll be like, no, you can't do that. This is not email. This email doesn't exist. I get email at this email all the time. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Or, hey, you can't use that name. Well, why can't I use this name?
Do you think it's possible you're just misspelling your email address?
No.
I don't understand. I mean, it just works for me. I put in my email address. It works every time.
Every time. Flawlessly.
Yeah. It's never ever failed when I put in my email address.
Never works. Never works for me.
That's weird. Maybe the computer hates you.
You know what? That is a distinct possibility. I've been thinking that myself lately.
Or maybe they just don't think you're cool enough.
Oh yeah, I'm not cool enough for Instagram. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, you make podcasts. I don't know what else. I mean, I don't want to be a jerk or anything.
Oh, too late.
What are you
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Stop it, Ben.
Oh, you know.
Stop it. You're gonna embarrass me in front of everyone. Don't embarrass me.
There's no one here.
What?
There's no one here.
I mean, all the listeners, all of our fans. I mean, you expect me to put this on Instagram with 15,000 followers? I mean, it's gotta be cool. You're not gonna leave all this in, are you?
No, I got people for that. I don't edit anything. They don't really listen when we tell them what to edit out. They just leave stuff in. I think the guy over there is drunk a lot of times. But, you know, otherwise he does good work.
I mean, hopefully he's not drinking while he's working.
Well, you know, people do that. You've never done that? Drinking on the job? You probably never had a job. How old are you, Jenny? Like 12? 27? 19?
How old am I? Don't you know the rules about asking women that kind of question? You think I'm 12 years old? Are you kidding me?
Well, you're good at Instagram, so you have to be really young.
Instagram's so like a decade ago.
Yeah, you could be 12.
No, I wouldn't even know what Instagram was 10 years ago. Do you know what a decade is?
Well, I know 5-year-olds with Instagram accounts. Come on.
Yeah, that's child abuse. There's no reason why a 5-year-old should be on Instagram.
I know 5-year-olds making millions of dollars on YouTube play with toys. I don't see why that's a problem for them to be on Instagram.
YouTube's one thing, Instagram's something completely different.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, how is it different?
I mean, it's like, you know, it's the stuff that, like, you know, older people use a while back. But it's okay. But it's not like YouTube, you know, it's just Insta. You just put up something, it's instantaneous. It happens now, and, you know, everything's ephemeral, and then 5 minutes later, you move on to something else, you know? You're not, like, sitting there watching it for a long time, or, you know, it's just a completely different thing.
Kind of like Vine.
What's that?
Yeah, it's something that died a long time ago, I think.
Is that like the old...
Like little video clips that are like 10 seconds long or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
We live in a world where technology is fast-paced. You know, it changes pretty much instantaneous, Instagramishly. From one thing to the next hot thing. You can never really predict what's going to be the next hot thing, unless, you know, you're creating that new hot thing. And that's what we're trying to do with this show, Jen. I don't think it's going very well, but, you know, maybe we'll have a spark of inspiration soon.
Did you just make an adverb out of Instagram?
Probably. Words don't matter. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to make a podcast with you. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know that this is gonna work. I mean, it's just sort of lame.
I kind of feel that.
I mean, is it you? So, where do you want this to go?
I don't have any ideas. I thought it'd be cool to get a cool person like you, Jenny,
Oh, thank you.
on a podcast to just, you know, talk about cool stuff. But apparently we're not doing that very well today. And
Well, I mean, I'll talk about anything. You just have to tell me what to talk about. I mean, I brought mascara up.
oh yeah, you gonna do like a mascara tutorial right now? Can you do that? That'd be good.
A mascara tutorial?
Yeah, you know how to do that.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine, this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
You do that like every day, don't you? Throw on that mascara and that eyeliner.
Well, I mean, most days.
Most days.
I guess the first thing you do is you wanna, like, you want to prep your lashes.
Right? How do you do that? Of course, you like probably wash your face, right? You gotta have a clean face before you throw makeup on.
Oh yeah. That's not even like a part of the mascara process, but yeah, you definitely want to like clean your face with a really nice cleanser, preferably one that has serum in it, and you want to make sure that your face is really, really clean. I mean, really clean, because you don't want to put gunky mascara on top of gunky mascara, because that just makes it look really bad.
Right.
And like, if you're gonna curl your lashes, do you know what that is? Do you curl your lashes? I guess boys don't really do that.
No, I don't really do any eye makeup at all.
Yeah, so like we have these little things. They look like medieval torture devices. They're sort of like, yeah, they're kind of like a pair of scissors, they're like metal, and they have this little clampy part on the end, and you hold it kind of like a pair of scissors, and then you kind of crimp your eyelash with it, like you squeeze it on there, and if you hold it on there long enough, it kind of like makes your eyelash curl up, I guess so you can look like, I don't know, Daisy Duck from Daffy Duck or something like that. I don't really know why people do it, but if you're gonna do that, you want to do that first, because if you don't do that first, then you're gonna get mascara all over the little torture device thingy. But yeah, so you curl your lashes first, and then, you're gonna start at the base. You want to start at the base of the eyelash. You want to look up, and you place the wand, the little, the wand is the little stick that comes out of the mascara. So like, you place the wand at the base, you look up at the base of your upper lash. You want to do your upper lash first. You don't ever want to start at the bottom, because if you start at the bottom, it gets all clumpy and it just gets in your way. So just trust me, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to look up, you're going to start at the base, and then you want to wiggle. Wiggle?
Like wiggle your face?
No, wiggle the wand, silly.
Oh,
you're going to wiggle the wand back and forth, and then you're going to pull it out towards the tip of your lashes.
Do you ever say something cool like Wingardium Leviosa? Or you just pull it right off?
Say that again. Are you having stomach problems or something? What's that noise?
No, there's no problems here, none at all.
Did you eat a Taco Bell or something? What's going on? Is that your stomach? Jesus Christ.
Help, I'm under duress.
Are you having, diarrhea right now or something? What's happening? Why are you laughing? What's happening right now? That sounds disgusting.
You should smell it.
It sounds like you've got, a crocodile in your stomach or your intestines or something. What is going on? Are you having sex with a hippopotamus right now?
This is the dumbest podcast I've ever done, Jenny. It's horrible. There's a monster attacking another monster in this room, and then you're talking about mascara for people. This is not good. I don't know what the hell is going on. I think there's a crocodile and a rat over there. I don't know why there are crocodiles.
Are you
and
ready
rats
for me to go on? Are you still having an episode, or are you gonna be alright?
I'd probably be fine eventually.
It sounds like it's calmed down some.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you might be lactose intolerant.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
Why would I be lactose intolerant with an alligator in here?
Because your stomach's making some weird noises.
No, that's an alligator.
It sounds like it's still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so you're gonna pull out the wand, you're gonna wiggle, and then you're gonna pull it out from the base to the outside to lengthen the lashes. And then, if you want extra impact, like if it's a really big night, like you really are going for it, you're gonna apply the mascara to both sides. So you come from the bottom, and then you do the wiggle thing, and then you come out, and sometimes it's gonna clump on you. you don't ever want to do more than 2 or 3 coats, because otherwise it's just gonna look like, a mess. That part's really important.
It'll look trampy. It won't look like tacky and trampish, will it?
No, it just look all clumpy and muddy, like sludge on your eyes.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that. Makes it hard to see, I bet. But your eyelashes stick together.
And if you want it to look smoother, you can kind of warm. Is your stomach okay? I mean, it still sounds really bad. Do you need to go? Are you gonna make it?
I have no idea what you just said. That entire 2 sentences cut out. I didn't hear a fucking word.
I said, is your stomach alright? It sounds really bad. Are you gonna make it?
Oh, no, I don't think I'm gonna be okay. I don't my career.
Just, look, consider warming up the mascara first, because then it won't be so clumpy. And a good one, can I tell you a secret about how to warm up the mascara?
No, tell me a secret. Tell me all the girly secrets, Jenny, please. I must know.
This is not gonna work for you? Oh, good God. It sounds so bad. This is not gonna work for you. This is not gonna work for you.
Oh my God. Oh, this is a train wreck. I swear to God, we're fired. Oh.
If you're a girl, you can put your mascara in your bra to warm it up. Like you can put it on your tits.
Put it on your tits. What? Pull out your tits. No, Jenny. Whoa. I mean, I like tits. Don't get me wrong.
You can put the little mascara thing in your bra.
What?
What? I said you can put the mascara in your bra to warm it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But since you don't wear a bra, that might not work for you.
No, I don't really wear. I guess you could put it in your pocket, perhaps. Would that work?
I mean, your pocket's not as warm. I mean, you could maybe put it like in your panties.
I don't really wear panties either.
You should try it. They're really silky.
What kind of panties do you suggest I try to wear?
I mean, any kind, really. Are you asking for a brand?
Well, a style, maybe like the French cut, or what do they call it? With the high sides.
I mean, I like boy shorts. Those are the best. They're the best kinds.
What kind?
Boy shorts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the best kind. Because they're cute. And they don't really, even though they're like between your ass cheeks, they don't feel like you're flossing, They don't really ride up as bad. That's why I like those. What kind do you like? What do you like to see?
What are you talking about? What I like to see? I like to see, I like the thong.
You like to see the way a thong looks, but I mean, that's really uncomfortable.
No, I don't wear them, so. What?
Are you saying like you like G-strings or you like thongs? Because thongs are kind of like out. Those are out a long time ago.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, no, people still wear them, I'm sure.
I mean, not really. I mean, if someone's still wearing a thong, like...
I don't see a lot of difference here.
I don't know. I don't even know if you can buy those.
I don't really see a whole lot of difference here, between the tangs and the slip or the bikini. There's not a whole lot of difference here.
Well, like a tanga, it's sort of like... It's thinner on the side, It's like low on your hip. But it's more like a string bikini on the hip than the slip. The slips are like the old style where they're just kind of like, it's just cut like a crescent, but the sides are a little more thicker, That's why I like a boy short, because you have to think about any of that bullshit. And it's like, I mean, even if it like is giving you a wedgie, it's not uncomfortable. All the other styles are really uncomfortable.
It's a fun kind of wedgie?
Well, no, I wouldn't say it's fun. It's never really fun, but it's just not as uncomfortable because it doesn't like get lost in there.
Lost?
What are you doing now?
Your panties get
Are you
lost?
loading a pistol? What was that sound?
Your panties get lost in what? Your vulva? Or your butt crack?
Good God, is that your stomach again?
Yeah, that happens. So there's a lot of types of underwears, Jenny. What you're saying?
I didn't hear a thing you said. Your stomach was making so much noise.
Look at that. That's a lot of underwears. There's like 30 underwears. There's too many styles. How do you make up your mind in a day?
There's more than that.
It's hard being a woman, isn't it?
What?
It must be hard being a woman with all these choices of underwear.
I just buy boy shorts.
Yeah. Guys don't have that many choices.
I mean, it's kind of great. We have lots of choices. I mean, you think that's a lot of kinds of underwear. You see the number of kinds of mascara there are.
Yeah. There's lots of mascara.
I mean, just mascara, there's thousands of kinds and brands, and they're all different. It's just a constant bombardment of things, telling you that this thing is better than the other thing, and you just have to stay on top of it.
Right, there's a lot of research going into mascara picking.
Well, yeah, because, they don't always test that stuff very well, and, if you believe it, all the hype and stuff, there's new kinds every year. They just continue to make all these kinds of advances that make you look younger and prettier, and it just keeps going every year.
Advances in mascara technology?
Yeah, don't you know about them?
No, tell me. Enlighten me, please.
I mean, I'm not like an expert or anything.
Well, I mean, you have more knowledge than I do. I don't use mascara at all. I mean,
You sure this is what you want to talk about on the podcast?
I mean, obviously, there's a stick with a little brush on it. How do you get more technology than that? A stick and a brush.
Well, I mean, there's different kinds that you can wear based on the kind of lighting you're gonna be in. Like, if you're gonna be outside during the day, you might pick a specific kind, but if you're going out to a nightclub, you want a different kind. And sometimes there's different types of waterproofness, I guess you'd say. Like, some stays on if it's raining or if you're dancing or something, it'll stay on longer, but you don't want to wear that all the time because it's really hard to get that off. And sometimes it'll stay on for ever. And there's a different kind of it's hard to explain, but the way the mascara sticks to your eye, they have these micro particles inside it that sort of make it stick better. I think they're called polymers or something like that. It's not really clear to me, but it has something to do with how certain kinds of mascara smudge free. In other kinds of mascara, it'll just smudge every time you blink your eye. It kind of makes you look like a clown. I'm not really sure if this is what we want to talk about.
You definitely don't want smudgy mascara. No, that's not attractive at all, is it?
I don't even want to acknowledge that you asked that question. I mean, have you seen the way people's eyes can look when they have smudgy mascara? I mean, it looks like road rash.
No, that's on purpose. That's on purpose.
It looks like your face has been scrubbed over asphalt if you don't do it correctly.
Yeah, that's not good. Looks like she's been punched in the face.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
What was that girl's name who played, she was Princess Amidala in that silly I don't know, it was like Star Wars or something like that. Like,
It looks like a raccoon.
you don't want mascara that looks like her in that movie Black Swan.
Black Swan? Oh, okay. She had horrible mascara. Do you want like Amy Winehouse level of mascara? But she had lots of mascara.
She was always really good with her mascara, but she had that whole, like, she wanted to look like she just stopped crying look all the time.
Oh, that's a look. So much I don't know. Educational. I'm glad you're
Tell
here.
me more about you. Maybe our audience...
I'm glad you're here, Jen. Good to have somebody to, to enlighten me about the fairer sex, I guess, I didn't really know that the mascara was a big deal. Like, it's big. There's lots of ways to put it on. Well, why would you want to look like you've always been crying? You just got done crying. And what's going on? Why does that girl look like she's got extra set of eyeballs trying to protrude from her face? What is that about?
I think that's just a picture of a girl who had smudgy mascara. You were talking about smudgy mascara.
Yeah, but this...
I don't think my friends on Instagram are gonna know who you are. Because you're not really on the Insta. So, like, maybe it'd be good if you told the people about yourself. Like, why does anybody want to know Ben? Are you looking around the room? I thought we were making a podcast. What are you doing? You're not even like...
You don't hear that? Sounds like the ocean in here for some reason.
What's happening? What's happening?
It sounds like the ocean is roaring in here.
Are you hearing waves?
I don't have it.
Are you hearing the waves of the ocean?
Yeah, it's like a roary sound. I thought a plane was going.
It's showing up in your recording?
I can't tell. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Is it an emergency or something? Like, is your house gonna wash away?
I hope not. I am pretty close to the beach.
Do we need to take a break?
It appears to be working.
Are you still hearing the sound of the ocean?
No.
Okay. So anyways, I was saying maybe you should tell the audience about yourself then.
Well, there's not really a lot to say about the old Ben here. I'm basically a shut-in. I noodle around on my instruments. I play the saxophone and the trumpet. They're not very sexy instruments, do you think? What do you think about the saxophone?
You're a shut-in. What do you mean you're a shut-in?
I have agoraphobic and I don't leave the house. I have everything delivered.
You have agoraphobia and you don't leave the house?
No. Hey, well, I have a cool house. I have a beachfront view and
Well, no wonder you're hearing the ocean, silly. You have a beachfront view at your house?
yeah, but this room is not supposed to hear the ocean, and I'm not on the ocean side. I'm on the street side.
How does that work? You have a beachfront view on the street side?
Yeah, there's a street right by the house.
Huh. Weird. Like, are you in Florida? Where are you?
Yeah, you see, there's all day. That's what it sounds like all
Is
day.
that calming or annoying?
It's so relaxing, so.
It seems like that would get annoying if it was like that all day.
Yeah, well, sometimes. That's why I play the saxophone loudly.
So tell me more about playing the saxophone. That seems like a sexy instrument.
Well, I hope so. You can make lots of sexy sounds with it, it's good for old noir and jazz.
You play jazz? Well, can you play it for me? What kind of sexy sounds can you make?
Yeah, here, check it out.
You're just wiggling your head around. I'm not hearing anything. It's kind of cute the way your hair is flopping left and right, though.
I'm really getting into it. You didn't hear any of that? That's a nice sound. It was smooth jazz.
I don't think the sound's working on your side or something. Oh wait, there it is. It's on a delay.
Oh, okay. I wonder what that's about.
That was kind of sexy.
Yeah, you know, like the hair flop.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of guys with long hair these days.
What do you think that is?
I think it's because oranges are more acidic than tangerines.
They're also high in sugar and not very healthy for you because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Are tangerines good for you?
I don't know about tangerines.
I like tangerines better.
Do you?
Yeah, I kind of miss them. I've not had a tangerine in a while.
Right. Surely they have those at the store.
They're seasonal. It's really been a long time since I've had a tangerine. Had a navel orange this morning,
Oh, yeah?
but it was one of the kinds that has like a really thick outside rind or shell or whatever you call the outside of an orange.
Mm-hmm.
But it was pretty sweet. Tangerines are better. My favorite are nectarines.
Oh, yeah, nectarines are nice.
Yeah, those are the best.
How do you feel about a grapefruit?
Never liked grapefruit. They're too bitter.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, too bitter. They're like, why would you eat that? That's nasty.
But I think, people get old and lose their taste buds, and that's my theory. Like, old people have weak taste buds, and they like things like grapefruit because they're just looking for anything that gives them any kind of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Old people like strong.
But nasty is not a flavor you want in your mouth, is it?
Say again.
Nasty is not really a flavor that anybody should want to taste.
Nasty.
Yeah, grapefruits are nasty.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But there are lots of people that eat ass.
I don't know about that. I'm not one of those people, I guess. I'm not. You eat ass, Jenny? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's disgusting.
Well, you brought it up.
I'm just saying lots of people are into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a weird thing that's going on.
I don't really understand it.
You understand how to do it? Or what it's about?
Do you know how to do it?
I don't. I mean, I can assume. I've not done it. I don't know much about doing it.
Why don't we do a thing like I told you how to put on mascara? You should tell me how to eat ass.
I'm going to tell you how to eat ass when I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Tell me the steps.
There are steps to eating ass. Somebody get Google on the screen. I don't.
But when I tried a bit better, everything changed.
No. The steps to badoink-a-doink.
If you're gonna pretend like you're not reading the screen, you don't wanna read the screen.
Oh, I apologize. Eating ass has something to do with the tongue, and that's just, maybe around the rim of the butthole. I don't.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's how I feel about it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels this way. That's something we have in common.
Is that all you're gonna say? That's like the whole process?
I mean, I don't know if there's more to it or not. Like I said, I'm not one of those people that do that.
I think that would be a place where you would want to do the first step of putting on mascara extra well. You would want to clean the area.
Definitely want to wash your face really well when you're...
Well, not just your face.
Maybe get one of those,
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breezes, fresh air.
butthole rinses, maybe?
What's that?
Wash that out real good. That's like a fire hose that goes up your butt and washes everything out.
Oh my god.
Maybe not that big, but, you know. Like a coffee enema. That would probably help with the flavor.
What's that?
Medicine that goes up your bum.
You get coffee up your butt
Why would you do that?
to enhance the taste. I don't.
Seems like that would make it hard to sleep.
Start you out feeling good. The day goes like it should. The best part of waking up.
I don't think you put a whole cup of coffee or a pot of coffee up there. It's probably not even hot. Probably don't want that either.
No, I mean, I think it would be sensitive. Isn't coffee like 170 degrees or something?
Good coffee, yeah.
Yeah, that would be uncomfortable.
I mean, maybe you should put an iced frappuccino up there.
Is that why your stomach was making all that noise?
No.
Did you try to put coffee up your badonkadonk?
No. No.
I once knew this girl. She had this recipe. She called it badonkadonk chocolate cake.
I don't. Was it extra chocolatey or something?
It was so yummy. You just wanted to keep eating it. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't care how big your badonkadonk would get. Because it was so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was so good. It's like that, better than sex cake or whatever.
What's that?
It's a cake. That's very, very delicious.
It's not really better than sex, though.
Well, it might depend on your partner. But it's pretty good cake. I don't know if it's better than sex, but it's really good cake. It's very got like caramel in it, and yeah, it's deliciousness and gooey and.
I don't know about you, but I've had some pretty good partners. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but I never had a cake as good as sex.
Never? We had cake while having sex.
You've had cake while you were having sex?
We had a sex cake. Have you had sex with a cake? That's weird,
Are
right?
you asking me if I had sex with a cake?
Did you have sex with a cake? That's weird, Jenny. You're a freak.
I mean, I'm a girl. I don't really know what I would do with it. I mean, I guess I could stick my fingers into it, but that doesn't really seem like it would be sexual.
Maybe the way you stick your fingers into a cake.
I mean, I could do it in a sexy way. Please don't make that face. No, don't stick out your tongue like that. The audience can't see it, and it's just off-putting.
No, I apologize.
It's not, I mean, I'm not sure, like, it's not the same as when you play the saxophone.
But the cake
Could
is...
you play the saxophone again, just so I can get that image out of my head?
Okay.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
Does it help when you hold your neck like that?
Yeah. You gotta keep it straight. So, you know, you don't get a bubble in there. See, a bubble sounds like this.
doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Like, do you have to grit your teeth like that? Why are you holding your mouth that way when you play the saxophone? Have you ever noticed?
Because of the reed. Hey, look at the... On the reed, you gotta...
What are you saying? What's that word?
Reed.
I mean, I read sometimes.
It's a little wooden thing that goes around the mouthpiece. So you can actually make sounds with your saxophone.
Okay. I didn't know what that was called. I don't play saxophone.
You don't play instruments.
Not really, no. I think it's cool when people can play instruments, but I took piano lessons once when I was like 9,
Yeah.
and
What happened to that? Why didn't you keep that up? Did you?
it was really only like a few times before I realized that you would just have to spend a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, practice. A lot of hours of practice.
Is that why you're a shut-in? Because you practice all the time?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I'm scared of the outside. There are germs and people out there, and they're not good either way.
What are you scared of? What do you mean you're scared?
The germs and the people. Germs are deadly, and people just the same.
How are the people deadly? What do you mean?
They're not trustworthy. They'll stab you in the back. They'll cut you to steal from you, to rob you. Betray you.
I mean, I guess they might, but I don't really worry about that.
Why not? Never have it happen to you.
No.
Look at this. Look at this scar right here. Right here on my arm. That's.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Yeah. Somebody robbed me and used a machete to get my wallet.
Did they rob you with their teeth? Why does it look that way?
What?
Did they rob you with their teeth? Why does it look that way?
It was a very big machete. And I think it was jagged.
It looks like a shark or something bit your arm.
Well, a shark did bite my arm. That's true. That's another reason I stay inside. I tried surfing once and a shark bit my arm. So, I don't go outside.
Surfing's cool.
Well, until a shark bites your arm.
Well, yeah, that doesn't seem like that would be cool.
No.
But I think it would be easier to, like, attract a girlfriend if you surfed a lot more rather than playing the saxophone.
You think the surfing is sexier than the saxophone? Is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, just think about it. Think about all the guys that you see out there surfing. They'll have really good bodies, and, like, they're all very tanned, and they seem like, you know, they're really fit, and they're confident, because it takes a lot of confidence. It just seems so brave. You have to go out there, and there might be sharks, and
There are sharks.
sometimes the water's cold and stuff.
That's why I don't go, because there are sharks and cold water. Fish poop in that water, and I don't want to go out there in that. I don't understand people.
I never really thought about it, but I guess you're right.
Yeah, the fish poop in there. You know what else they do in there? They have sex. So there's lots of fish poop and fish sperm just all over the ocean. And why you want to go in there?
It does sound disgusting.
It is.
I want to be covered in fish sperm.
Boop boop did 'em got 'em why don't you? Boop boop.
Nobody wants that. But everybody wants to go to the ocean. I don't understand.
Huh.
Like the sandcastles are fun. I can stay on the beach and make sandcastles, but I'm not going in the water. Mostly because there are sharks. But
Have you ever made one of those amazing sand sculptures?
once I made a sand igloo. I stayed in there for like 2 days. It was
For
nice.
2 days in a sand igloo? How did you make the walls stay up? Sand just kind of falls down.
Well, see, you gotta block the sand out and let it dry, and then you gotta put it next to the beach fire so they harden, and then you make little bricks. And my little igloo was nice. The kids loved it. I mean, beach kids, not my kids or anything. Random beach kids, they kept trying to hit it with bats and knock it down. They were very mean to me. I was bullied.
They had bats on the beach? That sounds complicated. That just seems complicated.
Not the mammal bird flying bats, the like baseball bats. They were hoodlums. I should probably move. The sharks and the beach hoodlums always beating me up.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the ocean, don't really understand why you live on the ocean.
Well, it was the first house that I just came to and was like, hey, I like this view. The view is beautiful, but the relaxing ocean waves and the doctor suggested some dry climate for the tuberculosis.
What's that?
It's a lung thing.
I thought that was what they put in cars to make them go faster.
Tuberculosis? Yes.
Turbo?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes my lungs go faster because it's in my lungs.
Is that what that's short for? Tuberculosis. What was that? Was that your stomach again?
Yes.
Good God, man. You have to stop eating all that ice cream.
I haven't had any dairy because, as we've established earlier, that I am lactose intolerant, afraid of sharks, afraid of the outside and germs and people, and fish sperm, apparently.
What makes your life good? If you're afraid of all these things, it sounds like it's rough.
This is my saxophone.
I thought for a second you said sex.
And this podcast. This podcast is fun.
This podcast makes you feel good?
Yeah. I'm spending time with my friend Jen, learning about mascara, and eating ass, apparently. And
Okay, I guess you can call me your friend.
would that be acceptable?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you kind of need a friend.
I might.
What do you normally talk about on the podcast?
This is my first podcast. I've never done this before. This is my first time. You are taking my podcast virginity. We're taking each other's podcast virginity. Ginny.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
This is not your first podcast? How many have you had?
You know what they say about when you ask a lady about how many times?
How many times she's had a podcast? That's not acceptable information to know.
They say it's always like 3 times the number that she says.
Yeah. So you're gonna say 0 and it's really 30.
Like if you ask a guy, it's always 3 less than what he says. But if you ask a girl, it's always 3 times as many as she says.
Really, I didn't know that. Why do girls lie about that?
I don't really think that's true. I'm just saying that's what they say.
Oh, okay. Why would the girl lie about it?
Well, some guys, they have hang-ups. They just don't really get it.
Why?
Sometimes you have sex with someone because you want it to mean something. And sometimes you have sex with them just because you don't want to feel alone. And sometimes you have sex with them because you're just feeling emotional that day. And sometimes you have sex with them because, they're just hot and you want it.
I've never had sex.
But I don't know that I'm gonna feel that way about this podcast.
Well, I can understand that this is not going very smoothly, is it?
It's going fine. I mean, I'm not having any problems.
I mean, we were virtually strangers until we started this. I mean...
Tell me more about yourself. You must do other things.
No. I watch a lot of anime, because anime is fun for an agoraphobic. Can't leave the house. There's television, and there's music. There's lots of music, and...
What is anime? Is that something that you jerk off to?
No, it's
that got pictures of people that are wearing fox outfits or something?
Fox outfits? No, I don't know what you would call that. Fox outfits.
What is it?
Anime is just basically cartoons.
Oh, you watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
old enough to watch cartoons.
Yeah, so is my 5-year-old nephew.
Yeah. You don't watch cartoons? You should watch cartoons. Cartoons are fun.
I don't know, I'm not really into cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's shows that are funny. Like, that show Archer was pretty funny.
Yeah. Archer was pretty funny.
Everybody on there was kind of an asshole, though.
Yeah.
I guess that's why it was funny.
Anime is like epic quest cartoons, like epic adventures. You don't really get a lot of that in normal television.
Epic Adventures, is that like Dungeons and Dragons or something, or Game of Thrones or something?
It could be kind of like that. Yeah, you can have magic and swords and dragons. Or you can have sci-fi adventures, stuff in space.
I could get into magic, I guess.
Sword and sorcery types thing.
I don't know so much about swords. Like, aren't those just like some sort of, like, extension of your penis?
I think they're a weapon used in battle more than an extension of one's penis. I don't think you want to go into battle waving your penis around. I think that would probably get yourself injured.
I guess I kind of think of them as like a really sharp dildo.
You probably don't want to put that there.
No, I've never wanted anything really sharp there. Is the podcast just like an excuse to talk about sex?
You're making it then. I didn't bring this sexual subject up.
What do you mean I'm making it that? I didn't bring up...
You're a pervert. That's what I'm saying.
What?
I think you're a pervert.
I'm not a pervert. What are you
That's
talking...
all you want to talk about.
I didn't...
Mascara and booty sex and masturbating with swords. You're weird.
I didn't even bring up sex. I just was trying to figure out what it is you do all day. I just... figured you were like sitting at home alone, so you'd probably jerk it or something.
No, I keep myself occupied. I like to read books about nature and, all the places that I can't go because of the agoraphobia.
You read books about nature?
What?
You read books about nature?
Yeah, about trees and like palm trees and ash trees and oak trees and birch trees and maple trees and pine trees. There are all kinds of trees in the world, like the apple blossom trees, dogwood trees. They're very pretty trees out there. And I don't get to leave the house to go see them, so, I just read the books.
Surely you could go to the woods. There's not people in the woods.
Yeah, but there are bears in the woods. Probably a cocaine bear.
That's not a thing. That was such a stupid movie.
You don't want to run into one of those guys. Unless you're buying cocaine from the bear, I don't really think that's safe to venture into the woods.
You buy cocaine? What are you talking about? How could you buy cocaine from a bear?
I don't know why the bears have cocaine. Why was there a cocaine bear movie if it wasn't true?
That was just like a stupid movie. Did you see it?
Yes.
Didn't he just find the cocaine? I didn't see it.
No, he was dealing cocaine out of the woods, and the feds rushed in and arrested him well after.
Stop, it was not.
Oh, yeah. Pretty lucrative enterprise for a grizzly. Or a brown bear, I think it was.
Stop, it was not.
He was rolling in honey. They had lots of honey.
That's not what that movie... Is that like one of your anime movies or something?
No. It really happened. There was a bear in the woods selling cocaine and the cops arrested him.
That's bullshit.
Watch the movie. It's really awesome.
That's bullshit. I don't believe that. That movie's dumb.
No. True story, based on a true story.
If I watch that movie and it's about a bear selling cocaine in the woods, oh my god,
how many cops go to the woods to bust cocaine bears? Not very many.
I've never heard of cops.
It's pretty much free reign. There's all kinds of drugs in the woods. Like, the cops don't go there. They're scared of the bears because the bears are hopped up on cocaine and whatnot. That's why I don't go to the woods.
I don't know why you'd be scared of a bear if you had a gun.
What?
Can you just shoot it?
You have to have a special bear gun, because bears are tough to shoot. They're hard to kill, because they're hopped up on cocaine.
They don't make bear guns. What are you talking about? They don't make bear guns. What are you talking about?
Well, they make elephant guns. You probably need one of those to take on a bear.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
They don't make elephant guns.
They're not guns made out of elephants. They're guns for shooting elephants.
Like, where you ever see an elephant? What do you mean?
What do you mean where? It's got a really big bullet and a really big barrel. It's a really big gun for a really big animal. Because that's what elephants are.
I like this guy's face.
He looks happy. Excited about that elephant gun right there.
That's huge. That bullet. I've seen certain things that are smaller than that.
Right. You could probably use that. It'd probably be safer to use that for a dildo than a sword.
A bullet for an elephant gun? You want to use it as a dildo?
Well, I'm just saying it'd be safer than a sword is all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
It's not as sharp. I mean, it could go off. That's a danger. But, you know.
I'm not so sure I believe that people shoot at elephants. Why would you want to shoot it?
Elephant meat is tasty.
You've eaten elephant? You've eaten an elephant before?
And their tusks are ivory, and that's a thing that everybody wants, ivory.
Why do they want that?
I don't know. I guess because it's rare.
Like the teeth of the elephant? They want the teeth from the elephant? Is that what you're saying?
No, the tusks, the pointy horn bits
Aren't those just big teeth?
that protrude out of their mouth. I don't think they're actually teeth.
I think
Are
they're
they?
just big teeth that stick out their mouth.
No, I don't think they're teeth.
They're not teeth? What are they then?
They're tusks.
I think they're teeth. They come out of their mouths.
I guess they are teeth. Are they teeth? A type of teeth.
I mean, like a walrus has tusks and they're just like big canine teeth. I think they're just the teeth of the elephant.
No.
What happened when he was 14 that affected him so much?
Why do they want the elephant teeth for? I thought it was they can make ivory statues out of the tusk or something. What if it's just tooth?
People make statues out of elephant teeth? What are you talking about?
Apparently nothing. How did that guy get those teeth in his mouth? Because he's got like Tyrannosaurus Rex teeth in there.
What guy are you talking about?
It'd be hard to chew stuff with those, don't you think?
With elephant teeth? Yeah, I think it'd be hard if you were trying to chew stuff. I don't think elephants really chew stuff with those teeth, though. I think they just like... No, they just like bang them against each other, like... It's something to do with mating again. Everything comes back to sex with you, but I think that elephants are just banging their teeth together. Like, I don't know why they do that.
I didn't know they did that. I didn't know you're so knowledgeable on the subjects of elephants, Jenny. Let alone their teeth. You're on the spot here.
I don't know much about elephants. I just know that, like, their tusks are their teeth, and they bang them together when they're mating.
Right.
I think they're just trying to show dominance. Is that your stomach again?
My phone is off. And it still makes that noise. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
Oh, that was your phone.
Yeah. If they didn't have such big teeth, would they bang them together when they made out? The elephants?
I don't think they make out.
Elephants don't make out.
No, like they maybe make out with their trunks.
How does that work?
I don't know. I heard like their trunks are really sensitive. Kind of like, I don't know what, but they're really sensitive, and like when they touch stuff with their trunks, it's apparently like it feels amazing.
Really? I didn't know that. I thought they just were like breathe through their trunk and pick stuff up with it and put it in their mouth.
Yeah, and like they can rub their trunks together.
Mm-hmm.
They can do all kinds of stuff. Like their trunks are kind of like, they're just amazing. I saw this show once on Discovery Channel or something like that, and they just talked about how their trunks are amazing.
The trunks are really sensitive, like the flat part of the trunk or the whole elongated part.
They kind of have like fingers on the tips of their trunk. And
fingers
like,
on the tips of their trunks.
Yeah, like have you ever seen a picture of an elephant's trunk?
Not that close. I've never been that close to an elephant, I guess. They're not really beach animals.
Well, I recommend going to the zoo sometime, like if you can find a zoo. But like they have like this finger sort of thing on the end of their trunk, and it's really sensitive. And like it's not just like their nose, like it looks like their nose, but apparently, can you make your stomach stop making that noise?
No, he's upset because he's wearing his bow tie. He don't really like the bow tie, you know. He likes the vest more.
Oh, you're talking about your dog. I thought you were talking about your stomach. I thought that was your stomach again. Anyways.
Oh, that's a finger? It's just one finger? More like a mitten.
It's kind of like a finger on the top is like a thumb, and then like the whole bottom side is, it's kind of like a mitten. Like they can move it around, and they can taste stuff with it, and they can like...
What? They can taste stuff with their nose fingers? No. Jenny, stop lying, man. We're gonna get fact-checked.
They can kind of like hear stuff with it too, like they can feel the vibrations with it.
The vibrations of what?
You know, they can talk like 2 miles apart from each other because they make these sounds that we can't even hear because they're like so low pitched, and they can like talk from like 2 miles apart.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're really cool. Like, I don't know why anyone would want a gun to kill an elephant. That seems like a really sad thing to do.
Well, I mean, elephants are tasty, probably. I don't know.
This podcast is kind of bumming me out.
Yeah, I can see that. It's
Can we talk about something other than killing elephants?
I thought we were talking about elephant fingers, nose fingers, and that's kind of interesting. What about their tails? Do they have big tails or small tails?
I don't really remember so much about their tails.
You don't know much about, you know more about their noses and fingers, nose fingers, than you do their tails, is what you're saying?
I guess I just thought that part was interesting, or maybe I missed the part about their tails. I'm not really, like, super into nature.
They don't have long tails, or what? Do they wag their tails like dogs or whatever? They don't, like, keep the flies off of them like horses or anything, do they?
Yeah, I think they're more like horses.
Oh, okay.
They don't look like horses, though. I kind of wish an elephant had a tail like a horse. That would be cute.
You had a tail like a horse?
No, an elephant. That would be cute.
Oh yeah, that would be cute. My little elephant.
What?
Hmm?
What?
What?
You said something about a little elephant.
You know, like My Little Ponies. You know, like My Little Elephants, My Little Ponies. Would they have ponytails? My Little Elephants.
Oh, wow. My little elephant. Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Hey, that'd be a great toy line. We're onto something here, Jenny. It's a good thing you came on the show. We're gonna get rich and famous over My Little Elephant.
Yeah, stop.
Mm.
Stop.
You could like they could run on rainbows. You could have like little rainbow
Stop.
manes and rainbow trunks.
Stop.
Dude, it'd be a great little cartoon and toys. It'd be great.
Stop.
Like a purple one and a pink one with like a little heart on its butt.
You want to make cartoons? I guess we can make cartoons. That could be fun.
Be the next big thing.
Does it have to be anime or whatever?
Hmm?
Does it have to be like an anime cartoon?
No, it doesn't have to be an anime cartoon.
What's the difference between anime and like a regular cartoon?
Violence, gore.
Yeah, I don't think we should have gore in My Little Elephant cartoon.
No, definitely not. This is to appeal to a younger audience. Like,
We're not gonna have any elephant guns. You have to promise me.
oh no elephant guns, unless the elephants have guns too. What if they shot magic rainbows out of their trunks, out of their nose fingers?
They could shoot magic rainbows out of the tips of their trunks.
See, because they're My Little Rainbow elephants, man. They're magic.
Do you think that, My Little Pony, like, there's like a whole gender thing about My Little Pony?
What do you mean?
And our show could be like really inclusive.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally. We have to be inclusive these days, don't you? And everybody likes elephants, so why wouldn't they like My Little Elephants? Like the most important elephant, the queen elephant, would shoot rainbows out of her trunk. Or its trunk.
You just said Queen of Elephants. That reminds me of something else I saw in that documentary. Did you know that elephants, they do have like a queen? They work that way.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's a monarch?
Yes.
A monarchy?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, queen.
Really?
Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
Elephants are all about that.
Really?
Yes.
Yas queen. Yas queen. Yas queen. Yas queen. Again. Yas queen. Yas queen.
Yes, the elephants, the lady elephants, like, run the whole elephant shit. Like, all elephants is all about lady elephants. And, like, the boy elephants, they fight over each other with their tusks or whatever you call them. But the lady elephants, they run the shit. Like, they are the queens. And all the other elephants do whatever they say.
So there's like one main in charge.
Yeah, like, they're like one of the only animals that has like a longer gestation than humans.
How long is their gestation?
Like, their babies, I think it's like 2 years or something. It's really long. It's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
really long. Takes a long time to bake an elephant.
I mean, I thought it was going to be hard to be pregnant for 9 months, but just being pregnant for like 2 years, your tits would hurt so much.
Yeah. I know I've never been pregnant before.
I've never been pregnant either, but my friend was pregnant and
Yeah.
her tits hurt all the time.
Her tits hurt a lot.
All the time.
All
Like-
the time.
That's another thing. We could have tits on My Little Elephants, because you don't really see that.
No, they could wear cute little boy shorts too.
That would be cool. They could wear boy shorts, and they could have horse tails and tits. Is that it? Is it done? Did we do it?
I think that might be the end, Jenny.
Is that the end? Is that the end of the podcast? Did we do it?
This is an exciting episode. We just got going here. We're really talking about elephants and elephant guns and agoraphobic. We covered a lot of topics, Jenny. Thank you for being here. I'm glad that we did not go into too much detail about the ass eating tutorial. Maybe we'll save that one for next time.
I don't know. I don't think I really... I mean, stop it.
You don't want to do an ass eating tutorial next time?
Stop it. Stop it.
Not really. Well, okay, I don't blame you. I was just saying that somebody out there might like that, is what I'm saying. But, we try to educate.
You think you're funny, don't you? You think you're funny.
Sometimes.
Give me an example.
You're demanding that I be funny right now?
If you think you're so funny,
Okay.
show me how funny you can be. Right now.
Now we will take a break for some advertisements. Please support our sponsors. Just imagine this could be your advertisement. Please reach us at LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com to provide sponsorship. And now, back to the show.
Putting your hands on your head and wiggling your fingers around is not funny.
It is funny.
Who are you doing an impression of?
This is a moose.
Where did you see that the first time?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about moose.
Something you do to babies, isn't it? Babies like this, the babies are funny. Babies think it's funny.
Was that your stomach again?
No.
Is that the sound that a moose makes?
That's my dancing moose hands.
Are you trying to make the sound that a moose makes? Is that what you're doing?
I don't know what sound does a moose make?
I mean, I don't really know how to describe it.
Is it like a haw, haw? Or was it moo like a cow? Moo. I don't know any mooses. Mises?
I don't think it's anything like a cow.
No, it's gotta be. It's like a very angry cow. That sounds more like a bear. Are you sure you're not playing bear audio with a picture of a moose?
I think that's what a moose sounds like when someone's eating its ass.
You know, like a bear cow.
This is gonna be the funniest video I've ever seen.
A moose call.
Some guy in the woods pretending to be a moose.
He doesn't look anything like a moose.
I've never seen a moose wear a hat like that. Gary Beardsley.
One of the things I wanted to try to do here in just a matter of a few moments is give a basic primer on some of the tools of the trade and some of the things that we do in calling to moose. And actually what we're trying to do is to talk to the moose. And it's just not a matter of going out in the woods and making some cow-like noises and stuff and the moose come in. Tools of the trade, traditionally we prefer the birch bark because of the resonance that it gives.
Oh, it's like a very big horn.
But let me just start with some basic calls. One early in the season, the cow chooses what bull she's going to mate with. She's looking for the big guy, and she gets irritated sometimes by these young bulls pestering her. And this is a call you traditionally hear, and that's called the long call.
No, you can't call a moose like that. You just go, oh, on a big traffic cone looking thing. You can't, that's not how you do it. That's made up.
I don't think he's very good. I think that guy knows as much about moose calling as he does about picking out overalls.
Well, those look like comfortable overalls.
I don't think comfort is really what I was going for.
It's probably cold where he is. He's probably got to stay warm.
You think, like, the colors of the leaves on the outside of his overalls make them extra warm or something?
It helps him blend in, but, you know, the orange hat does away with the point of that pretty fast.
That's an elk.
Moose are scary.
That's an elk, not a moose.
Oh, okay.
Now you make cooler sounds than moose.
They're scary. They sound like banshees.
I think that's what the banshee was originally, I think it was just an elk. Or a wolf or something.
I don't think that's accurate.
What do you think it was?
I think a banshee is some kind of weird ghost, isn't it? That screams a lot.
Is that your stomach again?
No, that was my moose call.
You do better than that guy in that video did. Okay, well, I think we were gonna end the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. What better note to end on than moose calls?
I'm gonna have to go and put some mascara on or something.
Huh?
I said it's time for me to go put some mascara on or something.
Okay, don't forget to go up and away. And Wingardium Leviosa those eyebrows.
You don't have to tell me, I was teaching you.
No, I'm just saying that I learned something. That's nice. I gotta get me some mascara so I can try that and put that on my shopping cart. And then...
Sounds like you're having some more stomach problems. Sounds like you're having some more stomach problems.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we'll wrap this up. Well, thank you for joining us, Jenny, for the very first episode and probably the last and worst episode ever of a podcast, the Ben and Jenny Show, where we talk about all kinds of stuff from
Think it would be better?
sex to moose calls, or not sex with moose or elephants. Just we talk about whatever's going on in our minds that day. This is just an open forum for conversations with Ben and Jenny. We thank you for joining us. We're glad you're here. Please tune in if we do this again. And never mind my stomach. I've got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, Jenny.
I think it would be better if we called it Jen and Ben.
Jen and Ben?
Yeah, that just sounds better to me. Doesn't it have a better ring to it?
Okay. If that's what you want to do, I'm more than willing to accommodate with the title. That it was a working prototype. I didn't really know how it would go.
Probably doesn't make sense if, like, I'm only on one show, though, if you name the show Jen and Ben.
Okay.
The Jen and Show.
What do you think?
Did that go as well as you thought it was gonna go, Ben?
It was the better of all the train wrecks I've ever been involved in. That was fairly good.
God, your stomach is really making a lot of noise.
Like I said, I'm gonna have to go because my stomach is acting up again. So I will talk to you next time, Jen.
Good God, your stomach sounds like a moose. Are you practicing your moose call or are you shitting your pants again?
No, pretty close. Pretty close. Thank you for listening to the Jen and Ben Show. No, we'll work on it.
Whatever. Goodbye.
Bye.
We would love to receive your feedback, your improvisation suggestions, your questions for advice, and your musical compositions for response. Please email us or send us a voicemail. Our address is LionGoatPodcast@gmail.com. Like, review, subscribe, and contact us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube @LionGoatPodcast. As a bot, I know, social media is for dummies. Please subscribe to this podcast on your podcast player. We are available on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and anchor.fm/LionGoatPodcast. Please tell all your friends, enemies, and any strangers to listen to our podcast. This will help us bring joy to everyone. Text-to-speech services were provided by freetts.com and readloud.net. Various audio clip content, used for the purposes of satire, was located on youtube.com and the Internet Archive. Please support sound effects provided by freesound.org. Other original music for today's show was composed, performed, and recorded by the excellent musicians at HairelineProductions. Today's show was edited, produced, and recorded by the world's greatest sound designers and engineers at HairelineProductions. Please like their content on SoundCloud /HairelineProductions.